Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video, and today I'm going to be talking about the 5 best albums from 1994. We're getting deeper into the 90s in this series. I'm going to start off this list with the number 5 spot, a record that I actually just discovered rather recently, and it kicked off Morrissey, Folk Soul and I from number 5 spot. So that says something because I love Folk Soul and I. It's Tom Petty, The Wildflowers. And this is a special edition with all the rest, but I'm just talking about the Wildflowers album. This, at the time, also came as a surprise. I mean, Tom Petty was a guy from the mid to late 70s, and I love his 70s work. He has so many great songs. But suddenly he came back in the 90s with a very gentle and emotional record with incredible songwriting, and that is Wildflowers. It has such a light-hearted, optimistic, and sensitive tone. All these songs, they just fit together perfectly, and it just goes on and on being good. This set has two pieces of vinyl with the initial album, and then there's all the rest. But the original album, two pieces of vinyl, usually if something is a double album, although the term double album might be a bit rough to use when we're talking about the CD era because albums usually got longer. Still, if you put it on vinyl, this is a double album, and double albums tend to have a D side issue. Did you mean to have that D side and to keep the attention full throughout the fourth side? Wildflowers does not have that problem. It is just a continuing flow of incredible, beautiful, and optimistic songs. And that's the thing. There are not a lot of light-hearted or optimistic songs that are meaningful. Mostly it's escapism, especially in the 90s. A lot of these optimistic songs try to escape reality. Tom Petty seems to be very, very aware of reality, and that makes it a deep feeling, optimistic album. Beautiful. On the number 5 spot, Wildflowers. Now, on number 4, I'm gonna go for some Britpop. Blur, Parklife. Now, this is really, really awesome. Again, a double album, CD era, so not that odd. This is powerful. Blur is so powerful here. They really take your attention, grab control, and make an awesome, biting album. I love it. On number 4, Blur, Parklife. On number 3, well, is this grunge? No, it's not grunge. This is punk rock. As a matter of fact, I think to a certain degree you could call this 90s or post-punk rock. There was another video in which I was talking about is Green Day punk rock. Of course, the number 3 is Dookie by Green Day. Is it punk rock? I truly deeply feel that this is punk rock, but in a different era. It really speaks of a different moment. It is not a group of teenagers who are nihilistic or trying to change the world or society like the Sex Pistols or the Ramones. I mean, they were somewhat the youth that was scattered on the streets and did not have anything going for them. Green Day seem to be brought up in suburbs and have an okayish life, but their big issue would be parents divorcing, which of course that's not fun, or their sexual development being in doubt or not trying to get a girl or a guy, and it's much more. There's more teenage trouble in this album, But if you are able to pronounce Teenage Trouble the way Green Day did on Dookie, I mean, they are very aware of that situation. I mean, it's a song. What's its name again? I believe it's Basket Case. Do you have the time to listen to me whine? I mean, obviously they know what they're doing. They know where they're coming from. They can they can laugh about themselves, but they truly deeply feel what they're going through. And there are a lot of very good songs on this album. Another one is When I Come Around. Very good song. And I think, during the 90s and the early zeros, Green Day was a spectacularly good and authentic band. They may be poppier than other punk bands, more approachable, but they're true. They're good. And I love Dookie. So on number three, Dookie. Number two, we're getting in darker territory. We're getting into heroin fueled Nick Cave territory. It's Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Let Love In. This is good. This is incredible. Nick Cave is dark on this album. And of course, we all know Nick Cave dark. As a matter of fact, isn't he always dark? There are different degrees of darkness in the world of Nick Cave. But I'm not sure if I can find a darker record than this. No, not even Ghosteen, or his post the Death of His Son era. Not even that. I think this is looking addiction and a possible end to life dead into the eye. And that dark tone is haunting this album. You can also see, I mean, it's also in the cover. It's this is actually a spoof on the Aladdin Sane cover. The way his hair hangs around his neck, the way his chest is visible, only his head is more tilted upwards. I think it's iconic. I think it's really iconic. And it has so many great songs. Um, the first one, a lot of people will know, is Red Right Hand, which has also been used for the Peaky Blinders series. It's the tune of the theme of the Peaky Blinders series. It's gorgeous. It's dark. It's Let Love In on number two by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. And on number one, this is a masterpiece. Jeff Buckley Grace. Now, what to say about this masterpiece? I already did a video on this album as a whole for the 1001 album series. It is incredible. I mean, if you're buying it just because you like Hallelujah, fine. Hallelujah is a great song, but it's a continuous series of an artist in its highlights. His vocals are so gentle. He's so skilled on the guitar. This is a once in a lifetime, literally a once in a lifetime album. I'm number one, Jeff Buckley Grace. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.